Hey, what's up, guys? Joker here, back again for a new episode of TGW, and Frank is back again
Yep.
on the show. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
Not
How's
much.
everyone doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Brian's in Australia. Look at him. He's glowing. He's so happy.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, you just turned into Wario.
Something like that. I'm just excited because we got Frank back on the show.
We were supposed to. Wait, is Tim's cam frozen up there? Oh no, he's just. Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. Tim's not there. Tim was supposed to join us for the show because he's the one hosting this giveaway, this CaseLabs giveaway. That if you guys want to join, there's a link down in the description below, as well as all the links for our topics for today. He's hosting this contest, but we're all involved with it, so we're all gonna have like dedicated videos up on our channels and stuff, doing talking about the case and everything like that. But you guys can go sign up today for the contest. It's being hosted through Gleam, so subscribe to channels for extra entries and all that stuff, and you guys could win this epic case, like a $260 case for the base model, and then there's extra options on top of it. So it's like you're looking like a $300 something case. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's nice. Definitely a lot of room for whatever you're doing. Definitely great for water cooling. So quality case right there.
Yeah, CaseLabs makes some good stuff. I know Jay's 2 Cents uses one of their big tower cases.
Yeah.
And this thing is like a nice short stout case. It's so good that Thermaltake ripped them off. So, and
Yeah.
Thermaltake only copies the best.
Is that the case that Linus used when he did that like below freezing build a few months ago? That like all white, like negative, like 10-degree
I
build.
don't
Do
know.
you guys remember that? I think it might be.
I do remember that.
Not sure.
I don't remember what case
I
it
forgot the
was.
case.
But
Yeah,
I remember
me too.
trying to look that video up because I was telling my friend about that cooler because it was like, wasn't it like a liquid nitrogen cooler or something?
Yeah, it was something. I don't know if it was from the same people. I think it might be, but probably it's like a different model. But I think it might be them.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay,
wanted,
so-
I wanted to, I wanted to find out what that cooler was because that thing looked just insane. It was like an industrial hose coming off of the CPU block. It's like Jesus.
Yeah, they went all out with that.
How heavy is this thing? Because I mean, I've got a fractal define R4, and I mean that thing should be called the Herninator.
Yeah, the
Like, no,
fractal
like,
cases are heavy, man.
They're heavy, eh?
Yeah, they're
like,
got-
they're good.
it's
They're
like-
well built.
yeah, they're like, it's like thick.
So I'm just wondering, is this
thick
the
metal.
same deal? Like a
I've
case
never,
lab?
I've never been
Yeah.
hands on with one.
See, I
Yeah,
haven't
me
tried a
neither.
case labs cab yet, but like I'm guessing it kind of looks from the pictures like it's solid, just well built.
Yeah, definitely.
With that comes weight.
I always have one person that will Skype me during like the live stream. I swear they do it because they know I'm live streaming. And they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna Skype you now." I was like, "Dude, it's like you're dangerously
just-
getting close to being removed off Skype." It's like,
Just
they
tell
know
them.
who
Just
they
tell
are.
them.
I did. I've
Give
told him I was like, if you know I'm live streaming, don't message me, and you know when I live stream, so don't message me. And he's like, hey, just calm down. I was like, no, if I'm live streaming, don't message me. It's like, you
I want to be on the live stream.
I want to hear the chirp. Oh, I see Tim's not there. Can I join in? No, you can't. If we want you, we will ask for you. We will summon you. We summon you.
Just tell.
It's the other way around, man.
All right, so I'm in. Yeah, as you can see, I'm in Australia in the background here. Life is good here, man. Weather is fantastic. Like this is the Gold Coast, baby. So
Nice.
if you've ever been here, the weather's just good all year round.
Is that like, are you like close to the water? Is that what Gold Coast means, or is that like an area of Australia?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's on the coast, right?
Okay.
You're on the coast, so beaches galore.
Where's the Gold Coast like located in relations like northeast, southeast?
Okay, southeast Queensland, but like, I guess kind of in the middle of Australia, on the
Okay.
east side, above Sydney. If you know where Sydney is, it's like above Sydney.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know where anything is, but I was just gonna nod and pretend like I did, but I don't.
Shit, man, you don't even know where Sydney is? Like,
I
I'm
kinda
pretty
know-
sure
I-
everyone knows where Sydney is.
I kind of know where New Zealand is because I've looked at the map for like Middle Earth. I was like,
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, man.
how far are you from the Shire? That's the best guesstimation I can. That's the only way I'll actually know where you're at. Tell
And
me
then you
where
pull
are in
up.
relation to the
But
Shire.
if I pulled up a map of America, you'd be like, oh, this is this place, this place, this place, this place. Would you know where everything is?
No.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean some key areas, sure, like popular, more than Australia for sure. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. That's understandable.
yeah. But in Australia, I would not have a clue where anything is on that map. I don't, but that goes for pretty much anywhere. Even like Europe, I'm mostly confused. I mean, have like a general idea, like oh, Germany, it's in the middle somewhere, just it's in there. You'll find it.
It's like a throwback to like 10th grade geography.
Pretty much. I didn't like
Yeah.
geography.
Yeah.
Well, clearly you didn't like geography.
Okay, so you guys want to roll into the first topic here? It's a pretty interesting one.
Sure.
Yeah.
We were talking. Frank and I were talking a little bit about this before when you were off polishing your Beats headphones.
Okay. Oh.
Burn. Oh.
I'll put these on. I don't care. I'll put these on. I was doing some hand roll before. I'll put these
I
on.
mean, you're using an extra mic anyway. You may as well be wearing the quality stuff, man.
No, but like these isolate the sound, so
Oh,
I don't
okay.
wear these.
Oh, yeah, that right.
See-
That's right. You did tell me that
Yeah.
last week.
See, Frank's wearing isolated headphones too.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
are. Gotta.
Quality.
But first topic we had up today is this Windows 10 Xbox app has updated to get 1080p 60 FPS streaming from console. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because the way this is worded in here is it makes it sound like no matter what the game is, it's going to be streamed at 1080p 60 FPS to your PC, which doesn't make any sense to me. And they make no hint as to whether that it's just up to that. They just say you can now stream games from your Xbox One to Windows 10 device in high-res HD quality at 1080 60 FPS. Full stop. That's all they say. They don't say up to. It's just and I think there's no way in hell that they're gonna just have console exclusives just streaming to Windows 10 at 60 FPS when it's 30 FPS on a console. Where are they getting the power from there?
Well, they need the disclaimer down the bottom. Depends on the game and the frame rates.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Because there really aren't many games that even run at that still. I know like some of the very few sports games do. I believe Madden and FIFA do. Other than that, there's not really too many that even run at 60 or full 1080p. So definitely misleading in their wording here.
Yeah. I mean, if it was the other way. Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
It's bullshit, man. Like, this is straight up because we all know that these games are coming out and they're being scaled to like 720p, 30 FPS. It's like, where's the games that actually do run at 1080p, 60 FPS?
Yeah.
I haven't really heard of many.
They're on the. Some of them are on the PS4. The rest are on
well,
PC.
Well, I mean, I played Destiny at the moment. I'm playing Destiny with my brother, and it's like that's 1080p, 30 FPS.
I can't do that in a first-person game. It's dreadful.
It is bear. I can bear it for some reason because I got 4K 60 FPS at the moment. I can might as well step it down half anyway, right? I went from 1080p 120 hertz and like down to 60. So hell, I just go down to 30 now.
Yeah, when I was reviewing the Fury this week on the test system, I was trying that out at like 4K, like for Witcher 3. So it doesn't have a benchmark, so I was running around playing it for like an hour at 4K, and it was like 27 FPS, and I was like, this is just painful. And I finally came back to my main rig. I booted it up on my 144 Hz display, and I was like, this is the way games are meant to be played. Like,
oh yeah, and then did you have the Nvidia logo glowing out of your forehead, like, guys?
Basically, Jen Soon Huang was like standing over me like the Grim Reaper, just like, just banging his fingers together like Dr. Claw.
Yeah, so basically this first piece of news, if you guys are watching, we all know, just take this with a grain. It's like, it's false advertising in a way. I can see it. Like, it's just this, it can stream at 1080p 60 FPS, but it's like, we've been playing games at 1080p 60 FPS for ages.
Yeah.
That's
true.
That's commonplace.
Can you guys hear my cat in the background?
I can't say that I can now.
Nah.
Okay, cool.
Is he coughing up a hairball?
Oh no, he's like 16 years old, and he just randomly cries before he takes a shit at the door. Like,
so he's not coughing up a hairball sounding like Gollum. Adam.
No. He just, I don't know. He just randomly cries. He hasn't done it for a long time, but for some reason, and start deciding to live stream, he wants to make a noise and ramp up.
So We did have one more Windows 10 thing here that came up this week, which was kind of interesting, is that they're doing something to basically counteract piracy, it looks like. Basically getting rid of safe disk and secure ROM, and there's some stuff in the terms of service basically indicating that they'll be able to scan software on your system, software games, and be able to see if it's pirated and then remove those, pirated patches or whatever. The cracks.
Yeah, that's very interesting, and I don't, that really shocked me when I first read it. I'm sure a lot of people who didn't know about this definitely got a lot of games wiped out. I don't think I have any any cracked games. I have a few
not that this wouldn't affect any of us. We don't pirate games. We don't support piracy.
but
well, I haven't
surprised.
upgraded to Windows 10. Well, I haven't upgraded to Windows 10 yet. So
Yeah,
if you upgrade to
I
Windows
mentioned
10, this is what happens.
It's not piracy if you use it as a demo system. I firmly believe that.
True.
If you download it and you like it and you buy it, you didn't pirate it. You tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that I agree with that completely. Like, there's been so many bad games coming out lately that I said like a few months ago. Like, I've really got nothing wrong with people trying the game,
Especially with Ubisoft.
Oh man, I've been
because of just optimization as well. I mean, it's better now because of the whole Steam refunds thing. So there's not you don't have as much to fall back on there to really say you couldn't have tried it out, but
that's true. Yeah,
not everyone has $60 day one, but they want to try the game out, and if they'll like it, then they'll probably buy it down the road on a sale or something like that. I've done that loads of times. It's just because I felt like a game was decent, but it wasn't worth $60 at launch. Like, I'm still waiting for that game Evolve to come down to like $10, $15 on G2A, and I'll probably snag it up. Because this game is not worth $60 with their pre-order bonuses and all that crap.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a few games to come down as well. I mean, I bought recently a heap of games for like $8. It's like they're good games, like Finish Metro Last Light. That was definitely worth $8.
Did you do 2033 also, or just Last Light?
Just Last Light. It was 2033. Is that the prequel, was it?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, damn. I should have played that because I was kind of wondering how did
you
this
must
story
have been
develop?
lost. You must have been lost because it literally picks up right where the first one left off.
Oh shit! Well, I was kind of wondering how does this story develop? Scratching myself on the head.
The first one is basically like half of the book because it's all based on a
novel.
novel.
Is there going to be another sequel? It seems like there's definitely.
I think some of the ownership of the rights and all that had gotten shifted around after everything with THQ. Because I think they were involved with THQ if I'm not mistaken, and then things got moved around with 4A Games.
I wonder if this also worked with cracked software and programs, because it's kind of the same infrastructure of what they're doing.
Yeah, if you're pirating Adobe or whatever.
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Yeah, it's definitely Oh, there's Brian's got his cat.
No, yeah, he's cheeky. His name's Cheeky. He's a lovely cat.
Brian, you were saying earlier you're looking to get some more traffic over your channel. Just film the cat. Just follow around with the camera and wait for it to do something funny or cute, and then bam, 2 million views.
Yeah, that'd be a legit career choice nowadays. Just follow, buy 10 cats and then just have the cameras on them.
And just dress them up in dress them up in bow ties and put them in baskets.
You make a giant montage, throw some dubstep in the background. Everyone will love it.
Well, don't you throw the dubstep in when you're editing?
Yeah, I mean afterwards.
You have to simulate the dubstep beforehand, and then you do everything in post. It's very advanced techniques.
Okay, so basically with Windows 10, you got to be careful if you're getting pirated games. I guess that's the whole summary of that topic.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen anything happen yet. I did when I installed Windows 10 on the test system. I torrented one game because I just wanted to run the benchmark, and then I got rid of it. But
that's another thing too, right? If you own the game legitimately, see, I've got Crysis 3 because I've ran it on 3 different systems before, and I don't want to download it 3 freaking times.
Yeah.
And I bought the game. That's fine. I've got it. So I just don't want to waste time downloading it 3 different times. So
I'm reading the last 2 paragraphs here. of this article, and it's saying that it seems likely that this kind of arrangement will apply to games distributed through the Xbox Live service.
Yeah, that was another thing.
What? Huh.
So
is that only through games through like Xbox, stuff like that? Like they can see if it's counterfeit, or does this apply to any or all cracked games?
Well, I think what that's saying there is potentially just games you buy through the Windows Store. So, presumably like Killer Instinct 2, Gears of War Remastered when that comes out on PC, or any other games that do get hosted on the Windows Live Store. I don't know what their limitations are going to be, if it's only going to be first-party titles, but I have to imagine they're going to have some other games on there, but probably, especially like that Gears of War, like that kind of, like you pirate that, it's probably going to have some Windows Store DRM, and they'll just be like, oh, nope, that's not yours.
Well, see, I imagine this is going to lead on to, hey, EA, all these other game manufacturers, we've got a service here that you can use that'll cost you some money, but look what it can do. So that's what I think. I think that's what this is leading to with Microsoft.
Just a couple people were asking in the chat what happened to Timmy. We said earlier he was supposed to be here, but because he's hosting this the giveaway for the CaseLabs case, but he had some real life work stuff to pull him away, so he wasn't able to make it this time for the podcast. But I'll talk to him during the week. Maybe we can get him on for next week. We'll see what see what we could do. Try to get him on here eventually. I'm sure we'll have him on here at some point. But I did put up his picture up there anyway, just so he's here still in spirit.
Well, just in memory of him, because I feel bad. Timmy's gone to all the lengths to get the giveaway working and stuff, and then he's not even on the show, so I feel bad.
Yeah. But you guys can show your support to him by signing up for the giveaway down below. So
yeah, definitely.
Yep. So you guys want to move into the next one?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, so this one was pretty interesting to see. I mean, it's not a shock, but it's more than I expected, because we knew based on like the Steam, there was like some Steam surveys that they had done a while back that said like well over half of gamers are using Nvidia GPUs, but this is just it's just getting even more and more ridiculous. You could see going from Q2 2014, they were at AMD was at about 38% of the market. Now they're down to 18% of the market. So that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, see, this has to do, I think, with
what that tells me is that half of their own fan base has shifted to Nvidia during that time. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, I think people weren't impressed with the 3 Series launch. I mean, as much as people were trying to say it's a refresh, it's not a rebrand. At the end of the day, it's still the same freaking tech at the core, right?
Yep.
It's
same
not
GCN
a new
architecture.
It's not a new architecture. It's still on 28 nanometer. People want something new, and Nvidia, even as much shit as they've done, they offered Maxwell, which was completely different to Kepler. And I guess that's people just buying Nvidia because they're saying, hey, at least they've done something new at the very least.
It's also though on the other side of the coin with Maxwell is the fact that it is so different has actually led to driver issues with older generation architecture. So Kepler, Fermi, those guys have been kind of getting hosed on the driver level because they've only been optimizing for Maxwell, which is so different from those that the previous generations have been having a negative impact because of that. So a lot of AMD fans are saying like, oh, I'm just going to get this because I know the drivers are just going to mature and it's only going to get better over time, whereas with Nvidia it's potentially going to get worse.
I mean, Kepler drivers are still okay. There was that big Witcher 3, wasn't it? The Witcher 3 fiasco.
It's still going on for a lot of it. They're still like not getting the same performance as Maxwell because they're not focusing on it. They're only focusing on their newest GPUs.
Yeah, see, that's not cool. Hey, that's something that Nvidia, I think, know now. And see, this is what I've always said about Nvidia. They're a business. They want to make money at the end of the day. Same with AMD. I guess AMD, they want to make money. They're just not as good at doing it as Nvidia are. And I'm just being cynical, but I guess Nvidia know that they're gaining a lot of market share, and so they can pull off the things that they can do because AMD's not trying hard enough. Like, if that's making any sense.
I can fully attest to this market research because I've been doing the series room tour project for around 7 months now. And when I first started around in December, started gathering a lot of room tours, I would say it was kind of split at first because a lot of the room tours I was looking at were from the past like 6 months. We're going back to like a year now, and there was definitely a higher share of Intel, not Intel, sorry, of Nvidia GPUs, but there were still some AMD ones every now and then. Now, like the past maybe like 5 or 6 episodes, looking back, I would say 9 out of 10 PCs that I show off are all Nvidia. I rarely have any AMD submissions anymore. And yeah, I know for me, when I think of like just when you think of the word graphics card, to me that GeForce green glowing logo just pops to mind. So they definitely like yeah, this market research, I can fully attest to that. And just by looking back at the previous episodes, you can see that there's just barely any more of the AMD cards.
Yeah, definitely. I had something I was gonna say and then I completely lost it. I was like, I had a point to make, and then like I was listening to you, I was like, lost it. So
Yeah, but we keep going down this road with these guys, but it's like AMD have to get money. You look at their financials. Anyone can go check out that data. It's freely available.
Yep.
Yeah.
It shows the picture, man. AMD need money.
And the funny thing is that Nvidia is not only beating them in terms of performance, but they're also beating them in a lot of areas, even in price. Like, the 970 is competitively priced against the 390. The Fury that I just reviewed, that's at $550, whereas its closest comparison would be the 980. That's $50 less, comes with a free game. You get MGS5 with it. So they're even beating them on price, which used to be AMD's claim to fame was like better price to performance. Well, now they're even getting beat on that because
is the retail of the Fury 550, not 500?
It's 550 on the Fury, and then Fury X
Really?
is 650. The Fury X and the
Wow.
980 Ti are the same price pretty much, but the Fury is considerably more than the 980.
We'll see.
And
The 980 Ti, yeah.
And the
980 Ti is
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. The 980 Ti, I mean, 650 is, if you're going with 550, it's like just step it up $100 and grab a 980 Ti because it just poops on everything.
And the thing I was going to mention there is that not only that, but I mean, they might be very, very close as far as stock speeds are concerned, but I can tell you with testing that Fury that they just don't overclock. The highest I could get the overclock on the thing was like 50 megahertz on the core, and that was like giving me like an extra frame. And even that was unstable. The highest I could really get was like 1030. I could run through like Valley and stuff, but some other games like Shadow of Mordor at 4K would crash. So I wanted to that's why in my review I only covered stock speeds because the overclocks just weren't stable enough. And even at the highest 150 megahertz, it's like 1 frame difference. It's like, why even bother at that point? Because you could get a 980 or 980 Ti and they overclock like a fucking beast.
Oh man, 980 Ti, my 980 Ti just went through the roof, man. Like, yeah.
And I guarantee we're all getting called Nvidia fanboys right now. So
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because as the market segment goes in favor of Nvidia, you're going to see those comments pop up less.
Yes. So based on this chart, we will only have relatively an 18% hater ratio in the comments. So. So Mercury Research has really done the job here, so we can really gauge the level of haterism we'll see now in the comments.
No, but I've been saying for years, man. My stance doesn't change on it, man. I've been saying for years. These are the things that I've found out personally on my own. Is that when I bought an Nvidia card, it overclocked well. This is just on average with the amount of AMD cards I've tried versus the amount of Nvidia cards. Haven't had problems on the Nvidia cards. And they've overclocked well, as opposed to all my other AMD cards in the past, which have either had heat issues, haven't overclocked, or they've crashed. That's just being honest. That's why I have used Nvidia cards since about 2012. Yeah. And that's just my reason. I'm not fanboying anything. If AMD make a new product that is really good, then I'll use it. So it's basically like, what would you drive? Would you drive a Hyundai or would you drive a Toyota?
Toyota.
Yeah, that's it. Same with me.
It's better.
Yeah. That's how I see it, man.
Although I could probably get a Nissan. I like Nissan Maximus. Those things are nice and clean.
See, I'd rather drive a Toyota than a Nissan too.
Think so?
Except an R35, that's a different story.
Nissan Maxima is like the all black with the black leather seats. I like those things. They're just clean,
Mm.
clean,
It's
simple,
pretty baller, yeah.
fairly affordable.
Actually,
Just a good car.
well, that's a jokered car. Yeah, I can picture you in one of those things already.
All,
yeah,
all
suits
blacked
you.
out.
Yeah, with the big pimp sunnies.
Yeah, we gotta get the challenge of like PewDiePie status, and then I could start doing car reviews for you guys. We'll get like Toyota sponsors and stuff like that, and then then I'll just turn into Linus.
Yeah, so that's what Lou from Unbox Therapy did. Maybe like a month or so ago, he was doing that car show off and review.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what car it was, but yeah, he did it, and at the point I was like, well, there you go.
That's
good.
But Linus
that's
bowling, man.
next level when car companies are sending you cars so you could review like the LCD
I know,
inside
right?
of it. Like I'm just gonna review the display in here. Like there you go.
But Linus is legitimately balling, man. Holy moly! I've watched his new office and stuff.
That,
Oh, yeah.
that office, that's some serious money they've got to have in that place. That place is big.
Yeah.
You're talking about paying
Clear-
all those employees, insurance, all
Yeah.
permits. Like that place, that's a lot of money. They got to have over $1 million into that.
Yeah, and they just
Yeah,
hired
he's-
3 new employees in the past like few weeks or so.
Yeah, that guy
Really?
that guy Dennis is hilarious.
Yeah, I love him.
That guy is amazing.
Oh man, like that's amazing. I'm
Like,
pretty happy
it's
for
like-
him because that's just crazy the feats he's pulled off. Just
I
when he
honest-
was like 250k subs,
Yeah.
like, and he was in like a garage or something, and then
I was just well, they used to just open stuff in the NCIX parking lot. I was
Yeah.
just gonna
Yeah.
open boxing. That was like when I started like looking into building a PC like 3 or 4 years ago. Like that's what I was like. Every product I was curious about that I searched on YouTube, it was like Linus.
Yep.
First thing every time I was like, I guess Linus is the man.
Yeah.
that's the other
Yeah.
thing. He needs to get a McDonald's meal named in his name or something, like just spam his name out more. Linus. you want Linus.
See, I'd like to see that channel like just take a U-turn and not even do like tech stuff anymore. I just want to see the like behind the scenes stuff. I find that more interesting.
Oh yeah, I love those vlogs he's doing with like the build vlogs, because like everyone has like their very own like unique personality. They're all good friends, and it's just like I like how that
It looks like a
nice chill behind the scenes like environment.
And it looks like a fun place to work. Like I watched
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I watched that, and I'm like, I want to work there. I want to work for like a tech startup, like right now. Like,
I just want to go in there, man. I want to be the guy.
I just want to go in there and like I
Changes.
just want to go have beers with Burkle and Dennis, like and just chill.
Do you watch his channel Super Fun?
Yeah, I do. I just saw their the dildo races.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. If they just did that on the mainline this channel, they'd be golden.
I saw that over on Vessel. I wasn't. Did they upload the dildo races on YouTube? I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw it on Vessel.
yeah. It was a good one.
Yeah, I usually watch them on Vessel because I want to be a week ahead of everyone else. You're like, "What's up, bitches?" Like I already.
Well, actually, in the last few weeks, we've been copying like, oh, you guys are hating on Linus. It's like, no, we haven't been hating on Linus. Like, I don't know.
I love Linus.
I like Linus' stuff.
Yeah,
I like Linus'
exactly.
stuff. There are some things that he does like with reviews where I have to question some of it. But I still find I still find his channel to be very entertaining and often very informational. But some reviews, I feel like it's not getting he's not covering the full spectrum of what should be covered.
Yeah, exactly right. Sometimes I do like, cringe or something like that, but that's just me as a viewer with a free thinking mind. I want my viewers to do the same on my videos. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Yeah, it's like nowadays. That's what I was saying before, Frank. Like if you critique something nowadays, people just want to hate on you. Like, why did you critique that? Like, it's what makes a better what makes us live in a better world is if we do critique things.
Yeah, it's like
critically.
It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's like some people you give like everything a positive review and they're like, oh, you just love everything. You're just like fanboying. And then if you give it a negative, you're like, oh, you just hate us. You're a hater. You hate everything.
Yeah, man, you're hating on Linus. It's like, no, I'm just saying I don't agree with this or whatnot.
That's why I just have the firm policy of I'm just going to say whatever I want to say and just deal with the outcome afterwards.
There you go.
Dude,
That's how reviews should be. You gotta have that raw view to it.
It's a guarantee I'm never getting a Loctech product again. But that's okay because before I posted that review, I looked through their stock. I was like, "There's nothing else in there I want. Let's just go 100% balls to the wall, honest."
Yeah, I worked with them. I think it was either March or April, and I don't know if I think you subbed to me around then. But did you see my review of their monitor and their tablet like stand?
Yeah, that's what they initially offered to send me. I was like, I don't want that. I was like, I want a monitor arm. Like,
Yeah, so That's been sitting in my attic for the past like 3 months. But the box of the tablet stand is just the funniest thing ever. I don't know if you remember it. It's that guy like sitting on the couch, this huge grin on his face, and like he's holding his hands like this, but like right on his groin. So it looks like he's just like jacking off on his tablet. It is this is the greatest box of all time. And I guess no one caught that before they, sent it out, but I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up because it's really funny to me.
I'm trying to remember Loctec's slogan on their box. 'Cause I remember it made me laugh. It was like "Join the Good Life" or something. Or I don't know. So I was like, what does that even mean? Like, what does that have to do with monitor arms at all? Or nothing to do with monitor arms. I feel insulted now. Jesus.
Lock tech. Lock your wallet up before you buy our products.
Overpriced. Just overpriced Chinese, Taiwanese made crap. Dennis's family probably made it.
So you want to move on to DirectX 12? This is bad. No, this is what I don't like about the title. It should be like bad in capitals. Like, let's emphasize how bad this is for Nvidia.
I just feel like they're headline grabbing really there.
DirectX 12 is it's the end of Nvidia. That's what they should just make it out as. Because I might take this off straight. Can I take this off straight away? Can I be off the ball here?
Yeah, go on.
And talk. Yeah. So with the DirectX 12, they did Ashes of Singularity benchmark, and the numbers were really good for AMD on DirectX 12, and the numbers were looking like they were pretty bad on Nvidia, and even some cases you were getting worse performance in DirectX 12 on the Nvidia side than you were on the DX11 side. But what I came out of that benchmark, I was just scratching my head because you could see the when we're looking at DX11 results, and we're still on DX11 and DX9 for pretty much all our frickin' games. When you saw those results, you saw the R9 390X on DX11 was getting absolutely blasted by the GTX 980. So what does that go to show for all the games that are out there at the moment? Every single game we're playing. Is that going to show that a lot of tech reviewers aren't reviewing the R9 390X properly? Because when I reviewed the 970 versus the R9 290, it was a clear winner. Like, it was beating it in everything, and by quite a bit in some cases. And, this is what makes me wonder, okay, what about the games that we're playing right now? Like, if you're playing GTA 5, is this numbers correlating to all the previous benchmarks we're looking at? Is this just an admittance that a lot of people that are benchmarking DX11 games aren't benchmarking them properly? Because we saw those differences in the 980 versus the R9 390X on these scores, and the R9 390X was taking a hammering on DX11 results. So what's the go there? That's what I need answers to, because I'm looking at the DX12 results, and apparently they're neck and neck, and that's apparently where they should be. An R9 390X should be neck and neck with the 980, considering price.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a great thing for AMD users on DX12 games that are yet to be released, and I'm all for it. I'm like, give us this performance. And I think NVIDIA, if they were looking at these benchmarks, they need to fix their shit. But at the meantime, it definitely means that DX11 games are showing a huge increase on NVIDIA cards. And what's the hell's going on there? That's what I came out of this. I came out of this with more questions than answers.
Well, they didn't say anywhere in this article what they just said. They were talking more about FPS, but I was curious what the draw call numbers were, comparing between the two, and like what the increases were versus DX11, because that's the numbers I would want to know, because that's how we really know how it's utilizing DX12.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And apparently the engine is being designed with AMD, working with Nitrous engine. The Oxide and the Nitrous engine. Down the bottom it says it doesn't hurt that AMD has been working with Oxide and the Nitrous engine. So, I mean, obviously that's a good thing. I'm sure NVIDIA are working with them too. But
they and NVIDIA did say in this whole thing that this should not be indicative of how NVIDIA will perform, at the end of the day on DX12. But a lot of news sites have been then hammering against them. Because in the past, NVIDIA says that benchmarks are an accurate representation of how their cards will perform, but now they're backing up on that and saying that this specific one isn't. But I think with this case, because the game is still alpha stage, they haven't really spent time developing drivers for it yet. So it's still new. DirectX 12 is just becoming a thing now that Windows 10 is available for everyone, and we're just starting to see things rolling in.
It definitely makes you scratch your head when DX12 is performing worse on the Nvidia card than DX11 is, right? It's kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, they were
going
saying
on
there's
there?
some losses there. That all that says to me is that the drivers are not matured enough yet. Because I'm gonna have a video going up tomorrow where I did some tests with the Fury versus the 980 Ti for DirectX 12 performance with draw calls per second, and the Nvidia one, as far as how much it gained, not just not an apples to apples comparison of saying, oh, a 980 Ti is better than Fury, ha ha ha. Like, yes, we know the 980 Ti is better, but how much was gained going from DX11 to DX12, and it was surprisingly close.
Yeah, looking at it just from an objective point of view, because I mean, looking at these numbers from an objective point of view is exactly what I said before. I'm getting more questions than I have answers by looking at the PC perspective results. Also, there was another one I linked you. Was it Win Beta or something? So, which probably used PC. They probably just use PC perspectives graphs, but
yeah, PC perspective has been nailing it recently. They've got some really they just got some really good articles and write-ups that explain everything. Like, I was doing this video on the draw calls and the APIs and all that, and I just did a brush up on reading through their article, and I was like, all right, and now I've got like a fucking master's understanding of how this all works. Thank you.
Oh, PC per man, they must just have guys just ready with a dose, like lined up, just a line of crack, just ready to go. Like, okay, this game's just hit the shelves. Oh yeah, let's go benchmarking. Like, they just get the results up so
the Wolf
quick.
of Wall Street.
I don't get it, man. Like, they get their results up and they're so good. Like, their whole articles are really good. They just get it up so quickly. I'm like, damn, I haven't even started benchmarking yet.
And their videos are great too, and they're relatively one of the smaller large tech channels. They're on the lower end of the plus 100,000 sub channels.
I would call them.
They are so technical, though.
Tech channel.
Yeah, there you go. So I was gonna say they're extremely technical and in depth, and that's what I like about them. Like, they have one guy that does all their monitor reviews. I can't remember his name, but that guy knows monitors. Like, a new monitor comes out, go see what he has to say, and you'll know if it's good or not, because he tests everything.
Yeah, see, they definitely got a market. I think they should branch out. Do they do a lot of server products as well? See, that would be their kettle of fish then.
It just seems like they do mostly just like enthusiast grade hardware and all the newest stuff that comes out, and they talk about a wide variety of stuff every week on their podcast. They actually go on Wednesday nights a couple hours after us. They got a good podcast also.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I said before, the technical tech channel, that's PC perspective. Like, a lot of the topics and a lot of the knowledge I've gained from tech has come from these guys, man. They're really good.
Yep.
And Ryan Trout, like, they're just amazing. So
we did have someone was asking in the chat about the giveaway if it's over. No, it's not over. Links down in the description below. It's going to be going on for, I think, a week or 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I have to check with Tim, but I think it's 2 weeks.
I'll post it up on Twitter. Like, I'm going to actually tweet it.
Yeah, we're all gonna have dedicated videos going up on our channel in the next few days. Explaining all the details and everything like that. The contest just went up today, so you guys are kind of getting like an early sneak peek at it before anyone else, which doesn't increase your odds but it is what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It'll make you feel better.
It'll make you feel better. You got it at the beginning, so we'll know that you're the real people. It's like I had one guy that I had followed like all of us today, and then he was being an absolute asshat to me on Twitter. And I was like, I wish I had control of this contest right now, because I would just block him out of it. Because I posted a picture of the EVGA 980 Ti and the Sapphire Fury, and he's like, stop shoving this EVGA stuff down our throat. He's like, post something about like Gigabyte G1 or AC Strix. I was like, okay, buy me one and I'll do it. And he's like, why would I do that, fatty? And I was like, okay, whatever, blocked.
Yeah, you gotta ban haters, man. Like, I recently got asked on Twitter about your live stream. I was like, I didn't watch it. I was just busy having fun on my Super Nintendo. But
who's live stream?
Oh, like your live stream about your live build.
On the build. Okay.
Yeah. You were apparently banning a lot of people or something.
No, I banned like 3 people.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a lot of people. No, that doesn't matter. Like, no, apparently, like, it sounded as if you were
it had gotten to one point where I was just like, anyone that says anything about it being too bright, I'm gonna ban. Because there was one guy that was trolling me, telling me that the footage was too bright because my webcam kept on changing its focus from my white desk to the black computer case. So sometimes it was getting washed out. So, and then everyone, like, even like, people that have been subscribed for ages started trolling along with them and just like, it's too bright. So everyone was saying it. And I was like, I expect more from you guys. Just knock it off.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, is the giveaway US only?
yeah, it is US only.
Well, what if I make it international? I'll pay for international shipping. Can I do that?
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, so those are heavy.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, you got a point. Damn.
I shipped a computer case recently to Kentucky, just an empty case, and that was $65.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
I sent a pair of headphones to my friend in Ireland about a year ago. That cost me $45 just to send a light pair of headphones. So imagine trying to send a computer case that weighs like 25, 30 pounds.
Yeah. That's rough.
Brian's eating his words now. He's chewing on those words. I could see him. He's like, nom, 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 nom.
No, like, because apparently, like, in Japan, you can post by a boat, and up to 20K, it's like $100, up to 20 kilo.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. Like, that's huge. That's what, 40-something pounds. So if it was in Japan, I'd say, yeah, worldwide. Like, just whatever, we all chip in a bit of shipping, it can go worldwide, right? So,
yep.
But they don't have the boat option in America, or?
I don't know. Does it take like a week to get, like 2-3 weeks to get there?
No, it'll take like 4 weeks
Damn.
to 6 weeks. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's still people are going to get a case, like, so.
I'd be afraid it's never even going to get there.
Because, I mean, well, a lot of our viewer base, they're just like, everyone's based all over the world.
Yeah,
so.
Canada, Australia, Europe, everything.
Yeah, I mean, Canada, that's just like, yeah, that's all over the world, you know.
I don't know, blame UPS or FedEx, man. There's like nothing we could do about it. And I remember I did a giveaway a while back for a sound card, the creative sound card, and it's like something like people were saying, "Can I pay for the shipping?" And it's like, no, that's actually illegal. You actually can't charge anyone if they win a contest and you try to charge them. That's technically illegal.
Huh? Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I learned that.
No, I didn't know that too.
I took criminal law in high school, and we learned that. I always remembered it.
Huh? Interesting.
Yep. So next topic we had up here, moving on from the giveaway, but yeah, it is US only, but all the links are down below if you guys want to sign up. Even if you are from overseas, you could still sign up, but you're just not going to win. It's okay. So this next article was pretty interesting. Intel has basically a new architecture of like SSDs coming out called Optane, which is going to be up to 7 times faster, which is insane.
Yeah, I want to pick a few of these up.
Well, apparently it's not even up to, man. Over 7
times?
Like, you look at those performance figures. This looks legit, man. Like, they're testing at Q depth of 1, and they're just saying, look, this is raw performance, boys. So
how does this compare to NVMe, though? I'm curious. Because NVMe's are pretty... Is already like twice the speed as NAND or something?
Well, I mean, they've just got... what they're doing is they're just putting up a PCIe typical SSD showing the input outputs per second. So, I mean, they're obviously showcasing it versus... You can see here, versus the DCP 3700 series, right? So they're just testing it versus their own technology, but it looks promising. So can you pull up some numbers though for the? Have you got some numbers?
This is all I've got up. Is this Extreme Tech article? This is the first I saw. It was earlier today. I saw this go up and I was like, wow, that's really fast.
I wonder what that price point's going to be too, because that could be.
Those NVMe drives are ridiculous. The 1.2 terabyte is like
$1,000. Can you pull up some figures for those? See, I haven't looked them up.
Oh, the NVMe SSDs.
Yeah. I wouldn't know how they perform. Put up Q depth 1 and put up outputs per second, because that's ultimately what you want to know how it performs right against the actual best, not against Intel's own.
Yeah. Let's see.
If you look at like the market trends and stuff of how quick SSDs have been going down in price, if they can put this at something remotely reasonable, then I mean, not only they're going to win the market share in terms of just like knocking everyone else out, they could definitely find a way to start to replace just typical hard drives, and they got to price it right.
We'll see. Cheap SSD space is the next thing. I think. I think that's more important than just raw performance, because we've got. I mean, like. Honestly, once you get an SSD in your computer, I would say it'd be hard for anyone to objectively notice a difference. Like, honestly,
it's
like, because I've tried so many different SSDs, and in terms of just putting them in, loading up games, loading up Windows, they're all perform pretty similar. Where I notice the difference is when I'm doing actual workstation stuff, like recording my desktop with raw video, 30 frames per second at the same time. Only a good SSD will be able to do that for temporary storage. But but in terms of general usage, I just don't see how getting 7 times the performance is really going to make that much of a difference. So
Well,
then you're going to have to use up some PCIe lanes as well, right? So with SATA 4 on the way, I'd say just making a drive that's 2 times faster would be good.
I brought up the performance here. It looks like on the read-write, sequential read and write using IO meter, it's roughly 1,300 megabytes per second.
Whoa, shit, that's fast. See, that
7
already
flaps.
is, okay.
So that's well up there.
Yeah. See, I think with Intel, this is just looking at your standard PCIe SSDs. Yeah, this is basically the deal with these then. Yeah. I've actually got to research. I've got to research more about this because it looks like it's promising, but it looks like Intel's just comparing it to like a standard consumer grade. Is that, I don't even know, like, is that the DC, is that a consumer grade drive?
DC P3700.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it. The highest one I know is their 750 series. So this might I'm sure this is probably still a good ways out. And even further up when it actually is affordable.
Well, did you? I stopped using Intel drives when I got the Crucial MX100 in, and it absolutely pooped all over it.
I have a couple Intel SSDs floating around, the 730 series, but mostly I have Samsung stuff in my system. Samsung SSDs, and I've never done anything like with RAID or anything like that because I'm not really overly obsessed with like storage speeds, like read and write. It's like I just pop in an SSD, it's really fast, Battlefield loads up quickly. I'm like, that's all I need. And then sorry, what were you gonna say, Frank?
I just have one Samsung, I think 840 Evo in there. I mean, it boots up from there, and I have like GTA 5 and some other games, and that's all I really use it for. Like you said, I don't really care about the getting the most out of it for the read-write speeds and RAID, but I'm content with it for what it is. I like Brian said, I don't notice a huge difference of performance, but just having it boot up pretty quick. Nice.
It's also good to have like a 500 gig scratch drive. I have one of those in my system. Yeah. It's good for video editing. When I'm moving around big video files, it's just like don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Going between different drives being all slow, so it's really quick.
Yeah.
So it's definitely beneficial to have for video editing. But I'm so shocked. There's a lot of people that think you get like more performance in games, like higher FPS. Like oh yeah, the game's loading quicker, so you're gonna get more frames. Like no, it's not happening. Your hard drive is not having any issues pushing over the amount of data it needs to load it. It's not even close.
So Intel's teaming up with Micron, yeah? That's crucial, essentially, for the new drives, for their new SSDs.
Okay.
Are they?
I don't know. I'm listening to you say this is all
I'm just looking at the NVMe drives now.
Oh, the NVMe's, okay.
That P3700 is one of those, and it's really freaking fast, man. It's like the duck's nuts at the moment. So if they're claiming like 7 times performance on the duck's nuts already, then this could be very legit. Whoa.
Yep.
So I'm interested to see when this comes out, the actual real-world performance figures too. Like I'll be watching for an Antec review. So that's huge, man. The speeds are insane.
Absolutely.
So
we're gonna be loading up Battlefield maps really quick now.
Well, I mean, you've got random 4K read and write speeds just going through the roof here.
Well, hey, even on an SSD, GTA 5 still takes insanely long to load up.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Get an NVMe drive, man. Waste a couple of grand, and
I'm still waiting for them to fix the artifacting issues in GTA 5. Every time I play it, the sky turns into like a plaid shirt. I'm serious. I tried going back on it last night, and the sky was like falling down on me, and it's like made out of plaid.
Huh. I've never had that happen. That's strange.
People are.
Then again, I haven't been able to play it in over a month, so.
Oh, because
I should have done more. Yeah, I feel bad. I should have done more research on this article before we talked about it. I feel like a noob.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. We're all noobs on this Intel SSD situation.
Yeah.
This was like a last minute topic that I saw. I was like, we got to throw this in there. At least give it a mention.
Noob alert. That's all.
Yeah,
we all noob it. This is the thing, right? We all nub it sometimes, man. I don't think I've met someone out there who's just gone straight from noob to pro without being a noob.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, like even along your way, right? You noob it sometimes. So
Yeah, I think
But
it's
that-
hilarious. People in chat are saying, "Why is Timmy stuck?"
oh yeah, dude, he's just being.
He must be running a Logicool webcam. It's like you.
I'm running a Logitech web. Logicool. Yeah, I get the joke.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Okay, not the Logitech. Logicool. I'm actually running a Logicool. I brought one back from my mom. I got a C270 for $15.
Well, you should leave it there and get a Logitech C920.
Oh well, that's what I mean. I just got it for my mom's, man. I didn't.
No, I mean for back in Japan though. You gotta get a C920.
I've already got one in Japan. Yeah,
I thought,
C920. Of
I
course.
thought you got a Logicool.
I do have a Logicool C920.
So you need to get a Logitech C920.
Okay, because it makes the difference.
Yeah, it doesn't lock
I gotta-
up.
Well, that's true. I don't know why that webcam locks up.
Because it's a rip-off, dock-off cheap brand.
Because this webcam hasn't locked up at all, has it? I don't know.
A little bit, like at the very start, you had some pixelation go up, but then it pretty much clearly picked up.
Oh, that's
cleared-
that's the internet's
Yeah, that's
fault.
what I figured.
Yeah, Australian, Aussie internet. It's yeah.
It cleared up though. I thought I was like, after when I saw that, I was like, oh no, we're gonna have a bad stream for Brian's footage. But no, it's fine. It's been
All
fine
right, cool.
since then.
Well, that's
So you want to move on to our game news? We got some game news for the second half of the show.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
Well, you boys, yeah. Frank's gonna start carrying.
Yep. This is where Frank and I start to shine, and Brian just shuts up and plays with the cat.
No holds barred.
He still hasn't tried Witcher 3. He still hasn't tried it. Have you?
I'm waiting for it to come down in price.
Oh, that's come on.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go torrent it?
No, no, you don't torrent Witcher 3. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
One of the best games ever. Do not torrent Witcher 3.
Well, if someone can give me a deal, like I'll buy it for $20. That's like it's $50 or something at the moment. It's like no, I don't want to pay that for it.
It's worth it. For a game like that, it's worth it. You can get like 150 hours out of that on one playthrough.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it takes a good legitimate 100 hours to finish.
It's probably like 60 to 70 if you just fucking run you're gunning straight through it. But if you do the side stuff, you're looking at 100, 150 hours.
Shit.
And they just added in New Game Plus. That's what's all part of this whole thing. They basically after launch they had promised to do 16 free DLCs. They're all out now. So that was the first topic, and they're all different. Some of the things are just like outfits or different like skins for your Gwent deck, which is like an in-game card game basically. But there is like I think there's a mission in there, different appearances for Ciri. So yeah, they've done a lot of free DLCs post-launch, which is nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so tired of all those. Like, it's good they're doing it for free because I just don't see the point in buying, like additional outfits or stuff like that. So I'm happy they're doing that for free. I know they even announced that before the game was even out, and they were like, considered the good guys, and they had that kind of like falling out when I forgot they had some sort of issue when it first launched. I think it was like the graphics, something like that.
Yeah,
but I
downgrade.
definitely respect them for giving all of us to that for free. And like Brian, I haven't tried it out yet, also because I'm still waiting to get my PC back up and running. But I'm definitely looking forward to playing this.
Yeah, it's such a great game, and the graphics are just oh my god! Like I can't believe like people were like, it got me so furious around the time of launch because people were like talking about these graphics downgrades, and I was just like, so what? It doesn't look like a cinematic trailer from fucking 3 years ago. It's still the best looking game ever made, hands down. And you guys are still complaining. It's like at the time I was like, you could give every gamer a free blowjob and they would still find a way to complain about the blowjob because they didn't cup the balls properly. It's like you were cupping the balls at the wrong angle. It's supposed to be at a 30-degree angle. You were at a 40-degree angle. Therefore, I want a refund. God. That's how they are. It's just like so entitled. It's like it's the best looking game ever made, and you're complaining because it doesn't look like a trailer. Like who cares? Just play the game. It's a great game. That's all you need to know, and you get free DLCs with it.
And the world is
pretty good,
the world is
though.
like
That's
massive,
respect.
isn't it? The map size.
They've got a few like different instances. It's not like one persistent world. Like you do fast travel between a couple of areas, but like Novigrad is ridiculous. It's like bigger than like some areas in entire open world games that I've played. I don't know where it like falls in line against like Skyrim or like Red Dead Redemption, GTA 5, but It's big. Like Novigrad is big. Like you go out, like the water and like the bodies of water are huge. And
All
like,
right,
you're
man.
sailing.
So you gotta stop. You gotta stop. I'm gonna buy it soon. I'm gonna be like impulsive. Credit card.
It's like-
Witcher free.
it's like-
Let me buy
it's like-
this game.
It's like $30 on Green Man Gaming. You could pick it up. And
$30. Okay.
yeah,
That's not bad.
they're gonna have 2 expansions in the future, not like just DLCs, actual expansions, like there should be, like 30-hour
that's how it
expansions.
should. Yeah, that's it. That's how
Yeah.
things should be. Not yeah.
And
That's- I like that.
not these little micro transactions. Like, oh, here's like a 15-minute mission for $10. Like, no. It's gonna be like $20, and you're gonna get like basically what would have almost like double the length of most games that come out now. Like even more than that. Some games come out 6 hours long. 30-hour DLC is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I like it when a game lasts over 50 hours. So that's a good thing. So if you're saying you're getting 60, 70 hours out of Witcher 3, then that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's if you do no side stuff. I don't know why you wouldn't do side stuff. Like the Witcher contracts are great, like doing all the hunts and everything, and just there's so much to do. And that's not even counting like fighting and horse racing and all that stuff. If you don't do that, you don't have to do all that stuff with the Gwent, and you're still gonna get over 100 hours out of it.
So you're basically saying this is the game of the decade.
It's game of the year right now for me. And before Witcher 3, Witcher 2 was my favorite RPG of all time, and now Witcher 3 has replaced it. It's just CD Projekt Red is a friend to the PC community, and they just put out good quality games, and it's well optimized. It's taxing, but it's appropriately taxing because it utilizes your full system.
Game of the decade for the last 10 years was Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of M.
For me, it would have to be Witcher 3.
No, but like
or Red Dead Redemption. I mean, Red Dead Redemption's story is like
2000 to 2010.
Oh, the last
What would you
decade.
say? Yeah, the last decade. What would you say?
Well, I think Red Dead was still last gen or last decade.
I don't know when that came out, but probably Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that good.
I think it might have came out in 2010. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just, man, that's like one game I would buy in a second if it came out on PC. I'd pay full price for that, no question. I would be happy to pay $60 for a remastered edition of that, like mod support and everything.
Actually, yeah. Speaking of that, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, they released a HD repack.
Oh yeah.
I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna check that out and see if it's any good.
Speaking of HD repacks, we're 6 days away from Gears of War coming out on Xbox One, but we still don't have a release date on PC. What the hell?
Yeah.
Still waiting for that.
You're gonna have to rage, man, on stream.
I'm gonna have to bring back the angry fat guy. I'm gonna have to bring him out of retirement.
Is that like? Do you rage off cam? Like, because I sometimes do. I'm not as bad as my brother.
No.
He man, there's sometimes
I'll rage about different. I don't really rage about games anymore. I'll rage about like real life things. Like today, I was shooting a video and I was like halfway through making a point, and I was like being really poignant and speaking well, and then I heard the washing machine go dunk 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 dunk, and I'm like, you motherfucker! And I got up. Because I'm like sitting here, I'm surrounded by 3 soft boxes, and my camera's in focus, and my audio's going. And I'm like, I gotta move all this shit now.
Yeah.
I swing open
And
the
you're
door,
on
and
a
I'm like,
roll,
I just slammed my fist into the washing machine. The little thing I could pull out, I just slammed that. I was like, fucking washing machine that I punched the lid. And I was like, don't turn on the fucking wash when my door is closed. It's like, when the door is closed, I'm either jerking off or I'm recording a video. One of the two things. Either way, I don't want to hear a washing machine.
Like you're either recording or you're fapping to Witcher 3, right?
Basically, yeah. That's the thing. You said the door's closed. That's no washing machine. Simple thing. It's only for like maybe 10, 15 minutes a day. It only takes me 15 minutes to record talking stuff on a video. I'm not asking for the whole day here.
I do know that though. I know you're on a roll, right? And there'll be some neighbors just like his car doesn't turn on. It's like I'm recording a video. Oh God! I feel like opening the window and be like, "Start your beep car up."
Oh my God! My neighbor down in Florida was horrible for that. This guy used to play guitar like, oh my God, like max volume. He did it for like a month straight before I finally got in contact with our landlord, and I was like, you gotta do something. This guy is just nonstop playing guitar at like full volume. Like I can't do anything. It's like trying to watch movies at like 9 o'clock at night, and the guy's like, darn, 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 darn. Like, it's like, and this guy was a fucking hermit crab. This guy did not leave his house for like a year. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. This guy lived in his house with his kid, who he had a sign on the door that said, "My child has a disability and sleeps during the day. Please do not ring the doorbell. Leave packages at the door." He would get deliveries from FedEx and UPS for food. The guy didn't leave his house at all. Fucking weirdo. Weird.
Interesting.
I talked to him one time in a whole year, and it was because his internet was down. And he came and pounded on my door. He's like, someone's hacking into my 802.11, man. I got no internet. And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, come down here, man. Come down here. Someone's hacking into the line. And I go downstairs to where the cable Comex box is, and he starts like pulling up Ethernet cables like and coax out of the ground. I'm like, what are you doing? I've got videos uploading right now. And he's like, no, I just want to show you something. And he disconnects it. I was like, thank you. I was uploading a video and you just fucked me. Thanks a lot, bro. You fucking dick. God, that guy was a neighbor from hell.
Man, you got some good stories there. Yeah? That's funny. That's funny as hell, man. Just you trying to record a video and
I'm gonna get right now. I'm gonna get a copyright claim. This guy's playing Deep Purple.
Yeah. Did he hit any Metallica up?
Oh, he played.
Exit light.
He used to play everything. He was fucking shit. He was always out of tune. It's like I had my guitars there too, and I would play guitar too. But it's like I didn't do it at like 11 o'clock at night at full volume.
Just piss off all the neighbors.
And he used to yell at his kid loud as hell too, man. I was like,
oh,
I wanted to report him at one point, but I was like worried like something would happen. I don't know. Guy was crazy, and it was down in Florida, in the middle of fucking nowhere. Everyone has guns. Like it's like I don't know what this guy's capable of. He told me he was like an ex-Navy SEAL or something, and like I don't know, he was crazy, like conspiracy theories. Like he felt like the government was watching him or something.
That's a big thing in America. Everyone thinks they're being watched. Yeah, like oh yeah, like I'm a homeless guy, but the government's watching me. Yeah, why is the government watching you, buddy? I'm sure the government's paying some guy $100,000 a year to watch a homeless guy. Yeah, I'm sure. It makes a lot of sense to me. Let's.
The homeless guy living in a van down by the river.
Yeah, the government's watching me, man. But anyway.
Overhead. So yeah, the next one is still kind of on topic here. We were talking about Witcher 3. So this is from former Witcher 3 developers, which when I read that instantly, they've already got my attention. And they're working on a 3D isometric RPG, which also gets my attention, and Unreal Engine 4. So that's just like 3 for 3 right there. Just like, do you have my attention? I want this game. It's called 7. They're saying it's kind of Thief-inspired. I'm assuming they mean the actual game Thief, like with Garrett, which is interesting because that's not an isometric RPG by any stretch. So I don't know how that goes together. But this is the only screenshot they have, but I already want it.
So should we just like stop the stream and you're just going to start fapping to this news, or like that's how good it is, right? Like it's just pixel Joker's boxes.
I'm gonna break out the Jergens and fucking go to town.
Joker fap juice.
I'm gonna need
$9.99 on the store. Quick, links in the description.
Well, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I just want to see more of this game just because of the pedigree of the Witcher 3 devs and working on it, So, like, it's got everything going for it already just by that title right there.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how they, spin it, because that's really not the kind of game that you would see that something be like Thief inspired, like a stealthy kind of game like that. Yeah. So, I'm interested to see how that turns out.
But then it says there, beyond post-apocalyptic. I mean, environment. So
yeah, it's kind of like steampunky, post-apocalyptic, sort of like Bioshocky sort of like world. It looks like, but isometric RPG like Divinity: Original Sin sort of, which is like I don't know. It just it definitely piqued my interest because it's going to be open world and everything like that, and the Unreal Engine 4 is beautiful. So
yeah,
see, I like the post-apocalyptic games where they've got like the cities and stuff, and then they got the slums and like kind of Final Fantasy VII kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I want them to see them remake that into like a game. That'd be cool. And you've got you got like the hover bikes and stuff. That's what we need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you thinking
so
like post-apocalyptic, like Mad Max post-apocalyptic, or?
Yeah, well, pretty much. I just want hover bikes.
You just want hover bikes?
Yeah.
Why not hoverboards? Open world, worlds Back to the Future game where you can time travel to different areas of Hill Valley and it changes when you go to different time periods. Come on, that's a game right there.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
That's a game.
Hoverboard, you're not gonna like get from A to B too quickly, right? You're gonna be like just there on your hoverboard. Like you could run far. To be honest, man, I love Back to the Future, but hoverboards were like you had to get carried by a car to go fast.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? You had to grab onto
Yeah.
a car, and then that's the only use they had. And then like even
Well, no,
then,
you just get Griff's hoverboard because he had the one with the rocket thrusters on it.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
That sucker took off. Like it was Marty's fault. He had like a cheap pink Mattel board. Like what is he gonna do with that? He was like he wasn't gonna.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he stole it off a kid. Yeah.
Yep. Still off a little girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those
That's
hoverboards don't work on water, so he didn't get.
Okay, we'll bring him. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll put hoverboards in the game, but I need the hover bikes. Yeah.
Hover bikes.
Kind of like the Star. You know,
Yeah,
kind of like
Star
the Star
Wars
Wars
speeders.
ones. Yeah.
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 Speeder bikes.
That's what. Yeah. That's what we need.
Those didn't work out too well in Star Wars, if I remember.
Yeah, a lot of them crashed. Like every time you saw a crash, it was one of them. So into a tree.
Hard to slow those things down.
Yeah. So, well, the stormtroopers just couldn't ride them. They were so noob. Hey.
It was the helmets. It's the same thing
Yeah.
that causes them issues with aiming. It's like if only they were aiming for trees, they'd hit every time.
Yeah.
So
All right. So what do we got up next? The Order.
yeah, this one is. I mean, this is like a game. I talked about it when it first came out because of like how shit it was getting. It was getting trashed in the reviews.
Yeah.
But this was kind of interesting because it was running. They were showing it off to show the power of the engine, and it was running on PC at 60 FPS, 1080p, and all that. So now people are kind of speculating maybe it's going to come to PC. But would it even be that big of a deal? Because it was basically like watching a movie almost, but the visuals on it are impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a pretty big flop at first for the PS4 because I know like they obviously had was like a 6-hour campaign or something like that. Like they were giving them shit about that.
Yeah, it was like an
But,
interactive video, basically.
Yeah. But I mean, it would be cool. I guess people want that on PC. I guess if there is that sort of audience there, it'd be good for them. But I mean, I feel like after the launch they had, I don't know how well they would do.
Yeah, I can't see it being received very well.
Yeah.
Well, has anyone tried the game? Is the game fun?
I haven't played it.
I haven't played it, but from what I've seen, it doesn't look very fun. It's not like it's basically like an interactive movie almost, but it's not.
Yeah.
But the problem is that
Okay.
the problem is that it's not really sold as that. It's sold as being like a third-person action shooter, and it's just like bleh.
So it's like a FPS mix with Zork.
It's just like QuickTime events. It's like kind of like those Walking Dead type games, but like really hot visuals and stuff. And you get a little bit of control of shooting people. And
Would you go as far to say is it was just a quick cash grab?
I don't think it was a quick cash grab. I think they were trying to have a really visually stunning title to market as a PS4 exclusive, and that's what they focused on, and that's what they did. And then it came out, and people were like, "Well, what about the gameplay? This game fucking sucks."
Yeah.
See, now if they could have made this more like Bloodborne or Dark Souls, because that I think would have been huge. Because the way the graphics are, like they really could have gone far with this and made it something different. But yeah, since it is like a very interactive trailer movie kind of game, I guess they deserve to really get the shitty end of the stick here in terms of everyone's feedback.
Yep. Yeah, and it would have been a good world to be in, though. I've been waiting for like good Victorian London games. Like I like that setting. Kind of the reason why I'm semi looking forward to the new Assassin's Creed, because I like the setting. I just hope the game is actually good, but I'm not putting much stock into Ubisoft on that one.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm weary of these games that come out nowadays. There's so many games that come out and you just think, hey, this is just a cash grab. Like, you know, and this is just looking at this game, it just looks like a cash grab.
I think it was meant to be like a console seller. That's what they want to do, is sell consoles.
Yeah.
But the pre-game hype, though, the hype got so big, it was just like didn't live up to expectations.
Have there been a new Legacy of Kain game come out? Like, 'cause I miss playing that on the old school PlayStation.
I've not seen anything about that, no.
Yeah,
Like that. I remember they turned it into a different kind of genre. I got to follow that game up actually because I want to see if there's any developments in that. Because I like that kind of vampire-y.
You know what else is funny about this? Is they're showing it off at 60 FPS. Is when the game came out at launch, they would not shut up about how it was 30 FPS for the cinematic experience and all that.
Yeah.
This was like one of those games where like, oh no, it's like that because it's like a movie, so it's more cinematic, so 30 FPS is better. And now here they are showing off how good it could be by running it at 60 FPS. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
not for me.
I mean, it's always the case with the consoles. Let's just face it, with consoles, they just don't have the raw hardware in there to power the game. So, I mean, if they can get it to 60 FPS, they're going to be like, hey, look at 60 FPS. When in reality, like, you know, a lot of the games can't do 60 FPS. So if it can't do a 60 FPS, oh, it's the cinematic experience.
not without getting rid of the graphics anyway. I mean, they basically would have to downgrade the graphics, but you know, leading up to a game's release, I think it's easier to sell people on looks than it is performance. You know, you put out a nice trailer and the graphics look good and everyone gets excited. You know, not many people are going to watch a trailer and be like, "Oh boy, that's running smooth. I'm getting that."
Well, they should have released.
I would.
They should have put another socket. They should have put another 2-socket motherboard for a dual APU, and they should have made it the upgrade slot. You know, they should have done what they did on the Nintendo 64 expansion pack. You can just put your extra APU in there for double the performance.
Crossfire
I don't know,
APUs.
Yeah, I don't know. They need to do something with these consoles to get the raw power up, man. Because I know how lackluster they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people are like, games look amazing. Really, I'm playing Destiny, and it looks like arse compared to my 4K monitor. Sorry to say, it looks like complete arse, man. The games do not look anywhere near as good as they do on PC. And if you're saying otherwise, then you either need to go get your eyes fixed or you're a fanboy for consoles. Because, you know, PC games just look so much better at the moment. Like, we're talking properly made games, not you just run-of-the-mill shit games that can't look good on PC. We're talking games that have been released on both. Take, for example, GTA 5.
Yep.
You look at GTA 5, it looks so good on the PC.
Yeah, it does.
End of story.
Yep.
You know,
I was real into Destiny, like not so much the game, but like I was really pumped for it. And right as it came out, that's kind of when I was transitioning into being more of like a PC gamer. And I think on X, I had it on Xbox One, and it runs at like I think like 920, is there or something like that?
Yeah, 900p, yeah.
900p, yeah. And when I booted it up, like I only played it maybe for like 10 hours at most, but I think like just seeing like how shitty it looked, like it really took me out of the experience a lot. And I know like, you know, graphics isn't everything, more about gameplay, but it just really like set me back and disappointed me of how shitty it looked. Like it looked like it could literally run on a 360. Like I was not impressed at all.
Yeah. And then Peter Dinklage's voice acting was awful as well. they pulled him out of the game. He was so bad.
Yeah, they replaced him.
I can't believe that. It's like he must have not been interested in doing that project at all.
Actually, on other news, I upgraded my mom's PC. I'm using it now. Like I put an i3 in there, put 4 gigabytes of RAM in there, and just changed the motherboard around. So that was like pretty cheap. I did it, and an SSD. So I did it all for like 350 AUD, which is like probably in the States you could probably get it all for like $200. But it's just a world of a difference, man. It's so fast now, and it's quiet too.
Nice.
So, yeah, I was going to do a video on it for the Aussies, like just if you want to upgrade your mom's computer. So it was just really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I was really good. That was just some other news I forgot to mention at the start of the stream. But yeah, upgraded this little bad boy, and it's all good to go now. So
yeah. So
it's ready for a GTX 750.
750 Ti.
Nah, just the 750. I don't want to max this power supply out. I'm worried, man. It's got
750
this
Ti is more power efficient. That's Maxwell.
No, it's not.
The 750.
750's Maxwell too, yeah.
No, just 750.
It's just got less. It's just got less CUDA cores, yeah.
I was pretty sure 750 Ti was where it started.
I'll check now, actually.
GTX 750 Ti. But yeah, we had one more topic before we move on to.
They're both Maxwell. Just one's got one cluster of CUDA cores less. In other words, it'll use a little bit less power.
Are you talking about the 950 that we just talked about last week?
No, it's the standard 750. Just the not the non-TI version.
Okay.
So it's just it will use a little bit less power. In other words, it won't. This power supply, like I don't want to get another power supply because they're like $80 in Australia. That's pretty much the price of the GPU.
Yeah.
So I've just been on. Yeah. So I'm just like, all right, I'll get a 750, not a non-TI. So. Timmy Tech TV, guys, he froze. Like, people keep asking in the comments. Yeah, Timmy Tech TV, he's just frozen.
He has really bad internet.
Yeah, like, he's just got really bad internet. Sorry, guys. So which he's trying to get it fixed at the moment.
So, so last topic we had before we go to the Q&A is Duke. Who's got all that background noise all of a sudden? Someone just turned up their gain a lot or something by accident?
I didn't turn up any.
No, I didn't either.
I think it's you, Frank. You got like
Is it me?
Yeah, you got way louder.
Is it still really loud?
It sounds all right now.
Do you have the automatic adjust your microphone automatically on Skype? You got to turn that off. You got to untick it.
That might have been it because you got really close to the mic. It might have been the automatic gain control.
Maybe. Let me go into the settings
Options.
here.
Yeah.
But you can go on. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So last topic we had before we do any Q for the A. Duke Nukem is in my eyes dead now. Because Gearbox has acquired the full rights to Duke Nukem after their fucking that nightmare that was Duke Nukem Forever. That game was just awful. And they've been in like a legal battle with 3D Realms since then, and now it's all there. So now the future of Duke Nukem is in the hands of Randy Dickford and that fucking absolute pleb. Oh god, I cannot stand Randy Pitchford. You want to watch? Go look up Jim Sterling Randy Pitchford video. That's pretty much what I have to say about Randy Pitchford.
Okay, so essentially, it's it's Duke Nukem not forever now.
Yeah, Duke Nukem is dead. I mean, if it comes, anything comes out in the future, it's going to be from Gearbox, and fuck Gearbox. I mean, they had their run with Borderlands, but now that's become like a quick cash in with like the pre-sequel one that was crap, and Aliens Colonial Marines, like they fucked that up, and they fucked up Duke Nukem Forever. They've got a lot of bad games under their belts. So yeah.
Well, I mean, the writers of this article, they're Duke fans, and they're excited to see what Gearbox has in store for the King. That's what they're saying.
Good for them. I'm not.
So you're not excited at all.
Agree to disagree, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm excited for Doom, man. I don't care about like Duke Nukem. Doom, he just takes a back seat to Doom. Man.
Doom did look pretty cool at E3.
Yeah, like I'm really waiting for that.
Yeah, see, I would have preferred to see this getting. I would have preferred to see Duke Nukem get bought out by like Bethesda or something. That would have been way better.
Yeah.
I think Bethesda could have handled it better. They could have put like the Wolfenstein devs on that.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Well, see, now you're going to see like Duke Nukem running around. He's going to have this cartoon smile, like he probably have a banana tattoo on his arm or something, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and then the banana gun, he shoots out bananas.
Well, it was crappy in Duke Nukem Forever how they handled that, because it was like they sexualized a lot of situations just for the sake of sexualizing it, and it wasn't even funny or didn't even fit in any way.
It got repetitive, didn't it? Like the first time you saw it was like, okay, this is cool. And then like 5 minutes later, you see the same shit. Oh yeah, baby. It's like every 5 minutes is just this lame ass freaking sexual innuendo or references, and it's like
the most like really sexual thing that happened like back in like Duke 3D was like, I remember you went the level in the strip club. Like you'd be killing the people in the monsters in the strip club, and the strippers were still going at it, and like that was like at the time that was racy. It's just like, ooh, better make sure mom's not watching. Gonna see these 8-bit nipples on the screen.
Mom, I'm fapping to this. Close the door.
Oh my God! Someone just said that in chat with Duke Nukem with Claptrap tagging along behind him. Oh, it's Brian from Bad Seed Tech.
Well, see, they need to make real references, right? If we're going with Duke Nukem, they need to make it so, like, you know, he walks into there and he goes, "Damn, my herpes is itching, man. This is terrible." Like, they need to make it more real world, right? If they did that, I'd have some respect for them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've been stressed out lately. I got alopecia. Damn, you know.
I think we're all still waiting for Duke Nukem Manhattan Project 2. I think that's what needs to happen. That game didn't get enough respect for what it was. Manhattan Project was awesome.
Yeah, I haven't played it, so I think I got to.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Duke Nukem side scroller.
Okay.
It was good.
When was that? When did that come out?
Oh, a long time ago. like probably like
Okay.
late '90s maybe, early
Okay,
2000s.
because there was a game, I think maybe it was like last summer, that got re-released as a side scroller, and I heard it was pretty good. I know it was like an indie game, but I didn't know if it was that or not. But I guess not.
Yeah.
So what do people in the comments think? What do you guys think about Gearbox taking over for Duke Nukem? Do you think it's going to be good?
Yeah, and also drop your questions for us. If you guys have any questions or whatever, we're moving into that now. So if you guys have any questions about
Yeah.
Nukem or you want to discuss that further,
Yeah.
we can, or just drop your questions in there.
And look at my Fidelio L1s. Get jelly. I
I'm
tried
trying
these.
to
I
look
tried
at your
these.
Fidelios, but you're wearing those Beats, and those are taking up most of the screen.
Well, these things just poop. Like these, literally, their sound signature is so good for everything. Like, except like with rock, I can bear it because they sound so good on everything else. Like it's ridiculous. Like you're just listening to you're just watching a movie or something. Like whoa, everything just pops out at your face.
They're on
X1's for the
Mass Drop pretty frequently. I know. I should probably check them out next time.
If you can get them for under 200, they're a steal. Like you will love them, man. They just got this they're a real hi-fi can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone's talking about even your Audio Technicas. People talk about them. People talk about mid-grade cans, Sennheiser HD 598s or whatever, for example. These are a grade above. Like they've just got that full your image area. Yeah, just shit's popping out everywhere. That's the only way to describe it. So eargasm.
So they're probably on par because I have the AKG K7XXs. Like these are they're probably around the same grade. But yeah, I love those kind of open back headphones like that.
People wanted me to advertise.
Stop with your Beats sponsoring. Beats by Apple. So one question I saw, someone was asking about the downclocking with 144 hertz displays. Now, I've never personally experienced this. I wasn't even aware that this was an issue with 144 hertz displays with NVIDIA cards not downclocking because I was already used to that being a thing with multi-monitor setups because NVIDIA cards don't downclock in SLI with multi-monitor setups. They stay running at the stock speeds all the time, so your temperatures at idle are higher. But it's really a non-issue as far as I'm concerned. Like my graphics cards might idle at 45 to 50 degrees, but so what? It doesn't hurt anything. So I just don't really worry about it. But there is a fix for it if you're really desperate to get your temperatures down at idle for some reason. NVIDIA Inspector has what's called the multi-display power saver option in there, where you could basically tell your GPU to downclock if it's below you could set the level of usage. So if you tell it, if my GPU is below 10% usage, don't upclock it at all. So which is basically like any game situation, you're going to go over 10% usage more than likely. So you could set it to that, and then your cards will downclock. So that's that. That's for 144 hertz, as well as multi-monitor setups.
So someone asked the ROG Swift. Look, if you're gonna with what I've seen with the ROG Swift, it's a hit or miss. I've seen one that just looked like complete ass, and then I saw another one which looked amazing. So if you're gonna get the ROG Swift, make sure you get a good warranty on it. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Seriously, spend an extra $50 if you have to get a 5-year warranty on that sucker, because just from what I've seen 2 of them so far. One of them just looked like, wow, this thing just looks like a freaking cheaper than $100 monitor. It looked bad. So yeah, that's just with that in that regard. With the ROG Swift, it's really looks like it's hit or miss. Jogi, you had a ROG Swift, right? And you just had nothing. Yeah, and had nothing but problems with them. So, I mean, I guess they can be. I've seen TFT Central's review. It's got really good input lag, really sharp response time. So I mean, if you get a good one, you'd probably be having a good time. But especially if you're competitively gaming on CS:GO and whatnot, you need a monitor with low input lag, good response times. So
see, I'm on the kick of IPS Master Race right now. It's just like IPS or GTFO.
I don't know, man. I got to my 4K, man, my Acer 4K, and those, I just came from IPS, and so it's got to be it has to be sharp response times now because I don't want a game on
Well,
it.
they're getting better though. You haven't had one with the 4MS.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I have to try it. That's what I mean. I'd have to try it for a good month before I could make an opinion in that regard. But with my eyes, they're definitely loving sharp response times. So that's just like I've never been like I just did my vision test after I got the 4K monitor, and the lady's like, "Wow, your vision's like the best we've seen." I'm like, well, the only thing that I've done lately is change from an IPS to a TN in terms of.
She was like,
actual...
"I don't know what you're talking about." That's probably how that conversation went.
Yeah, and that's what I said to her, and she's just looking at me like, "Who's this fucking nerd?" Like, GDFO, man, get it? I'm like, "Yeah, right on."
I know a lot of BenQ monitors have like very low response times. I never tried one of them out, but yeah, I know they're pretty good in the market for that.
But in terms of your eye, for like the health of your eyes, if you're using these computers a lot, and especially if you're gaming on them, get yourself a monitor with good response, like fast response times. That's just my biggest recommendation. I'm actually going to make a video on it because, man, coming from IPS, which I've been using for over a good year now, coming back to TN, that's the biggest thing I've noticed is the health of my eyes is just perfect.
Did we talk about that X34 last week that's going to be able to do 100 hertz on G-Sync? I can't remember. That ultra wide. I can't remember if we talked about it on there or if I talked about it on Twitch. But Acer's got the X34 ultra wide. It's like the counterpart of the FreeSync one, but it goes up to 75 hertz. But if you're using G-Sync, it goes up to 100 hertz on 3440 by 1440 with a 4 millisecond IPS display.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like $1,200.
I gotta try that. I want to try your one. I want to try your 4 millisecond one. See how good it is. Like, see if you can just notice ghosting because I can notice ghosting on my IPS panels when I step down from TN.
I don't notice.
And that's what I'm gonna say. For me, honestly, it's stepping down. For me, it's if you're going like and I'm gonna say straight away, like, because I know there's gonna be someone out there like IPS, colors, viewing angles. Yes, it's all true. The colors are fucking better on an IPS panel. The viewing angles are better. The colors just pop better on an IPS panel. But those response times, man, you got to take care of your eyes at the end of the day. Like, I don't give a shit. One of the best colors in the world. But if I'm going out to the casino an hour later with my friends and I'm like, my vision's like, and I'm squinting, like I'm like this, like, I don't want to go out in the town like that. Like, fuck that.
I wanted to know, Brian, who do you think would win right now between you and Timmy Tech TV in a staring contest?
I would win. I'd stare him down, man. I'd stare him down. I'm a patient boy. I'll tell you that. Staring requires patience. Are we going to do it next? Are we going to do it next week? If he comes on.
Staring contest?
Yeah, staring contest. Timmy Tech TV.
I don't know. I'll have to message him and see if he's on board for the staring contest.
Yeah.
We're going to have to add that to the queue of the voice impressions contest.
Yeah. Oh, Brian from Bad Seed, he says it's got no ghosting. So, what's up, man? He's in the comments. Cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Man. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, have you you're going to vouch for it too, the Predator. It's 4
milliseconds is perfect. Ghosting is a non-issue.
Okay. All right.
Yep. It's worth it to get the 4MS, for the IPS and all that stuff, in my opinion. And as long as they continue to put out IPS panels that are at least 4MS, then I'll pick them up because it's fucking sweet. And I want one of those ultra wide monitors when that comes out. I want to review that thing.
Well, you know what's better than 4MS?
One.
That's right. So, I don't know. I just think it's a real thing. Like, I was reading articles like I said before, on TFT Central, where they were saying more frames is better. And that'd be true, but they were saying that more frames is more important than response times. And I have to disagree. I'd say response times are more important than frames, like in the actual health for your freaking eyes, I don't know
how it goes in terms of health, but I know I'd rather have frames over response time for just my personal pleasure.
Yeah, personal fat pleasure.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard. It's at the end of the day, it's a trade-off. But I'm going to say both of them are as important, as each other. Like you need response times and you need higher frames to have a good experience. Obviously, the higher frames is more for pleasure, but I'd say the response times is more for your health, man. That's what I'm coming at now. So that's what I'm thinking nowadays when I look at it and using myself as a guinea pig, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Especially if well, it also depends a lot on like what game you're playing. So I know like a lot of like MLG players who do like Counter Strike and Call of Duty, like a lot of them prefer obviously the lower response times. So
yeah.
I mean, like for me, I guess I would go frame rate as well because I don't do too much, competitive gaming. It's like leisurely playing a few games every now and then. But yeah, I mean, I think I would go more frames in the end. But I do agree with the whole eye health thing. I have terrible eyesight. I was sitting foot and a half away from the screen, and it's kind of blurry. I wear glasses and contacts most of the time, but I definitely agree with that part.
Yeah. You gonna get LASIK? LASIK's pretty good, man.
I've been thinking about it, yeah, because I have like the 1 a day contacts that you can just put in and throw out at night. I'm just been used to sticking to glasses though. But yeah, I think LASIK would be a good investment, down the road.
Well, my mom's got it down, man. My mom's got it done. She vouches for it. Says, it doesn't have to wear glasses anymore. So we call them in Australia. We call them Coke bottles. So you don't have to wear Coke bottles anymore.
Someone,
those big fucking thick things, and they look like Coke bottles. Yeah.
Someone had asked in chat how long Z97 motherboards will last. As long as
Z97s, they're already gone. Like they're already out of date. Yeah,
well, they're not. I mean, you could, unless if you could, as long as you basically stay on your current CPU, more or less.
Yeah. Well, B85 is the way to go, man. You can get the overclockable B85 boards. I've been saying that for ages now. B85's the king. Like you're getting everything you need
B85
from the boards, and I've got like a B85 Pro 4 and this mother. I've got the B85 Killer, a Zeus Pro Gamer. That thing could overclock like a beast.
What the hell is a B85? I've never heard that in my life. How old
really?
Is that? How old is that?
Well, a couple of years, but it's the B85 chipset. Which it's Haswell, LGA 1150.
Oh,
Haswell.
B85.
Yeah, you should check it. Yeah, B85, man, check it out.
That's the socket. That's the not the
well,
socket.
Socket's 1150.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Not the socket, but the.
Yeah, you're not paying the freaking license fees that you're paying on the Z97. You're getting much better value for money on your motherboards when you get the B85s. Because they've obviously on the D-Lo, they've figured out how to make them overclock as well. So you're just saving money.
Yep.
So, yeah. But that's it. So yeah, recently upgraded this bad boy. Have yet to do cable management, yet to do all that crap because I had to get it ready for the stream today. But
what's that camera behind you?
Oh, that's my EOS M. I brought it back just to do some filming.
Yeah.
Little bad boy. Man, I got the body for $95. Can you believe that? The 1.6 crop sensor. Yeah, like these things are steel, man. People don't people just hate on it because they got slow autofocus. And for me, it's like I don't even need a fast autofocus for what I do.
Is it like take different lenses or is it like a bridge camera?
It takes, if you get an adapter, which I got in Japan, it will accept all the all the standard EOS lenses on Canon.
Oh, okay.
So the adapter's like $40. So it's the best value for money camera, hands down, for video and stuff like that. So
that's a good deal.
Yeah, like if I was playing, people are asking in the comments, if I was playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive, I'd be going with the 1 milliseconds, whether it's whatever company. I'd be going with a sharp as TN, man, for that game. That's just my recommendation. As much as Jokers would go with the 4 millisecond, I'd go with the TN.
Well, just because I used to play more games than I did desktop stuff, but now it's shifted. I do more work at the desktop than I do gaming, so that's taken priority over games. Mm-hmm. So that's why like 4ms IPS is like the perfect balance of that. Like it's still fast response times, and I'm getting good colors and stuff like that for when I'm working.
Yeah. Bad say I'm the bargain king. Yeah, it's real, man. Hey, like I'm always picking up the bargains. Even if I don't need the shit, I'll pick it up because I know I could resell it for more money.
Well, hey, I got a
hustler's ambition, baby. You gotta get paid.
I got a bargain on this new lens. I did. I got it for $600, man.
What's this? What's this for?
The new Canon lens I got.
Oh yeah, how much did you get it for?
$600.
Yeah, and what does that usually retail for?
Yeah?
$1,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's pretty good.
Where'd you pick that up? Where'd you pick it up?
eBay.
Oh, eBay, nice.
Yes.
Used?
Yep. The guy was selling it because he was getting the f2.8 Mark II which is the step up from this one. But this,
But that's like $2,000, isn't it? Is that like
yeah,
$2,000 lens?
it's like 1900. Yeah, this one's usually 1,000, and the lowest I had seen it was like 675, 700 on eBay, used, and then I was like ready to like just make the sacrifice and get the 24 to 105, which isn't as sharp as this, but it has more focal range. But then I saw this one go up for 600, and it was like in perfect condition. The guy's had a UV filter on it since the day he bought it, so the glass on this thing is mint condition. He even sent it with the UV filter that he had on it. So, yeah, the glass. Have you got a
polarizing filter too?
No, I just got this the UV filter that he included.
Okay. Yeah. But like, I was thinking, because have you guys tried the Yongnuo 50mm?
Nope.
Like I recently did my B-roll. Well, I got a review. I made a review. I'm gonna post it later, but. Damn, man, that lens is for real. $50, and you should see the quality of the bokeh you get out of that lens. Like, holy shizzle, man. That thing is insane. $50 in it.
Wait until you see the video I upload on this tomorrow, man. This thing was sharp as a tack.
Okay, well, I'm keen to see that. Hey, that'd be king.
Yeah, see,
F4 would be harder to pull some good bokeh out of, yeah?
Yeah. It's really sharp bokeh. It's really good. I have like no, and this thing is like the one thing is like I forgot how quiet it is because it's a USM lens, so it's got the ultrasonic motor, and I usually have the 50mm over on my tripod, and I use my remote to focus when I'm sitting in position, and I usually hear it going tick 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 tick, and it's like, okay, now I'm in focus. But this thing, I pressed it, and I was like, it's like the remote's not working, and then I just heard the beep, and I was like, oh yeah, it's really quiet. I forgot. It's
in a way for filming static, I would prefer the noise just for confirmation. Like just it's working. Yeah, like I know what you mean with the ultrasonic motor. It's just quiet as hell.
Yeah. I mean, the noise never really bothered me because I don't record audio off the DSLR anyway, and I don't use any hot shoe mics, so it's just never been an issue. Yeah. I do know some of the hot shoe mics will pick up the motor noises.
It does, yeah. Yeah, it will. Yeah. It'll be like this little tick, 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 and it'll coming out. So,
I get a lot of compliments on my channel on the quality, like on my videos from my camera, and I love it to death. But the two biggest downfalls is what we just touched on. The motor noise is insanely loud in this. Like it's ridiculously loud, and it's a fixed lens, so that's a real bummer to me.
What lens is it?
Well, this is the FC1000 from Lumix. It has it's like a I don't know what they even call it. It's considered a bridge camera, but it has a 25 to 400. Yeah, and the manual focus is like, I don't think this camera is even made for that. It's supposed to go auto on this because the manual focus, in order to get it to work, you have to turn the ring at like a constant speed for it to begin to even start to move. Like it's really poor in terms of that, but like the quality is really great. But like there's every now and then I just really want to pick up a better lens, and I just can't do that with this, which is why I want to upgrade in the near future to a different camera. But like we were saying, the motor is just horrible on this camera too.
Yeah. Why'd you end up going with that and not the GH4? Because I've seen so many people talking about that one.
I got this right after Christmas. The GH4 is, when it's all said and done, like a little over $2,500.
Really? I've seen it for like $1,400.
Well, I mean, like with a lens and stuff like that too, depending on what you would go. But I got this for only $600, and it was brand new off of Amazon. And for shooting 4K and 60 frames per second, like I just saw like at the time, like no brainer, I'll go with that. It wasn't until afterwards that I was like, well. But I mean, it's for the meantime until I do upgrade. I think it's been a worthy investment for the past however many months.
Yeah, it would almost be like a wise recommendation for someone just starting out on YouTube if they did want to invest. Because it does the job. I mean, you could do 40K, the 60 FPS stuff if you want to do it. All looks good. So
yeah.
Man, EOS M. If you're starting out on YouTube, grab one of these, but $100 and then get a Yongnuo $50. $200, you got amazing video.
I would usually tell people
to
grab
the 22.
I would usually tell people to get the Sony RX100. That's usually what I would tell people if they ask me.
Well, see, you get the 22mm. They've got the unique 22mm on these, and they're sharp, man. Like, you drop that down to f4, and you got one sharp picture, dude. Yeah, like, you grab the OSM, grab the adapter, grab the Yongnuo, grab the 22mm, and you even grab the 18 to 55, and you got a travel lens. So, booyah.
Yep.
Like, yeah, like if you, I don't know, I'm a Canon fanboy anyway, so you probably shouldn't be asking me for recommendations. You'd be like, Canon, Canon.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
fuck
I'm
the
not
rest.
I'm not a fanboy on it. It's just that like basically once you buy Canon stuff, you're basically tied to Canon for the rest of your life.
Yeah, for me, but I tried different cameras and I just like the options men everything to do with the Canon is really
Yeah.
smooth, streamlined. I don't know, I just like using Canon for it just makes sense a lot of the stuff.
You know who
Everything I
doesn't?
do is
You
like,
know who gets
yeah.
a bad rap, but actually really good is Pentax. They've got some decent cameras, man. They're ugly as
Yeah, I
they're
know,
ugly as
like
sin, but they've got some good cameras.
yeah, see, Canon's just solid. They might not have the best or whatever the best in this bit, but they're just everything all around is good. Like the ADC, I just record the audio straight from the freaking camera because it's the ADC's that decent
Yeah.
and the amp
Nice.
on it.
We'll
You
see.
know, like
We'll see what you need to get is an Ursa Mini. That's what you need to get.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah, I
What's
want to get
this?
one. I want to get one now as well. It's like after
Yeah,
after I saw him posting, I was like, it's only $3,000.
Yeah, and
what?
I think it was around like May. I started like this whole plan for that. Like I've been setting aside a certain amount each month, and it's like a $5,000 plan altogether. But I definitely want to, I think, upgrade to that when it comes out. Whenever they start shipping it,
I
probably
put
around
the
like
link in
mid
Skype.
September.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a great camera. I mean,
So
I've
you're
been-
gonna
Ah,
go, so
dude,
you're
I was-
so you're going for like you're gonna go for like the 4.6K one, the full scale one.
yeah, I'm
Dude,
gonna
I
go.
was
For,
just be
the,
careful with black magic, man. I
yeah.
was speaking to some film guys. One of my friends from high school he's in like filming. He's in the film industry, man. He says just stay away from black magic.
Yeah, I know
They
they've
use
had
cheap
they've got
caps.
really
They
bad
use
crap in the past
yeah,
because
yeah.
firmware.
Because
Like
they're skimping on but they're skimping on components as well. Apparently, it overheats while you're filming. Yeah, like they're just getting bad in general.
yeah, I've been contemplating it. Either want to get that or the new Sony the A7R Mark II, but yeah, I just don't know because I know in the past it got in a bad rep because I think it was the Pocket that came out where I think over like 7-8 months it had like no features until they put out a firmware update and then you can actually like do what the camera was made for. And like you said, that had a lot of problems with overheating. But
Yeah.
like I've been researching this like intently for the past like 2-3 months,
Yeah.
and it seems to be like on par with their vision. It seems to be like everything that I've seen, like interviews and first looks. It's what I want. I just hope it doesn't have the problems like it does as it's had in the past.
Well, I can record like for an hour straight without this overheating or anything. I've never
Yeah.
seen it overheat.
Do they use
Like,
like,
I've never.
do they use like proprietary storage on these things as well, or
You have to use dual CFast cards,
okay?
which is ridiculous because CFast cards they used to be around $10 a gig. They've come down now to around like $5 a gig. So it's crazy expensive, and you have to use two at once because it records each frame to like each card at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. That's my biggest downfall right now is dishing out the hundreds of dollars just for like a 64 gigabyte, CFast card. But yeah, that's the major downfall, I think.
Yeah, because I'm enticed by the 4K EF model, which is the cheapest one, but it's EF, so
Yeah.
I'd be able to use all my Canon lenses with it, which should be great.
Yeah, that's the one I was targeting to go after, but yeah,
I don't think I
it's a
need
dream.
that. I don't think I need that viewfinder. I never use viewfinder anyway. I always use live.
Oh
view.
yeah, me too.
I always use
Yeah,
live view. I
yeah.
don't need to spend the extra $1,000 on a viewfinder, or $1,500 for a viewfinder. Better be a
Yeah,
hell of a
exactly.
viewfinder, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I know
Oh,
on the
you'd have to
original
make-
Ursa, it had a 10-inch screen on their pull-out lens. Not the pull-out lens, their LCD.
Well,
Just imagine, like, it's like a tablet just on your camera. It's insane.
basically, yeah, like James Cameron shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah.
Well, this is like a stepping stone to getting up to like MKB HD level. This is like this is like a starter Red Dragon.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's balling, man, isn't he? Yeah, he's just like, yeah, send me the gear and I'll use it. Doesn't he get all these? I heard he gets all these camera gear for free. Like,
Would be surprised. It has
Yeah, I
no-
wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, I went
Yeah.
I went in Micro Center and they were playing videos of him in the Apple section. Like I was like there's MKB HD up on a big screen TV in Micro Center. It's like this guy is balling.
I just had
Yeah.
my first Micro Center trip a little over a week ago.
Oh yeah.
It was a good day. It was a good day.
how'd you go? So you're an Nvidia user now.
Well,
Yeah.
you were before,
But-
weren't you? Or was your GPU Nvidia or?
Now, I first started off with a 270. Like when I first started off around 2 years ago, I had R9 270. Then last Christmas bumped up to a 290, and then whatever it was in late June, July, I switched to the 980 Hall of Fame from Galax.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, the 980. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
AMD lost you somewhere,
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere along the way.
See, because the problem all along was after like 10, 15 minutes of booting up my PC, it would just freeze. And
Wow.
yeah, like it was just non-responsive at all. I thought at first it was maybe the RAM because I had just ridiculously overkill RAM. 2800, was it like? I think it was 2800 speeds, something along those lines. But the CPU could only support, I think it was 1866 speeds. So I figured, all right, it's probably the RAM overkill. I got new RAM, still was freezing.
Yeah.
So figured, and I was talking to Joker about it. I was like, oh, maybe it's the motherboard that's causing the freezing. So I swapped it out with my old motherboard that I still had, and it still froze. So I'm like, all right.
There you go.
Swapped out the graphics card, still froze. So I'm like, well, obviously the only thing that's left is the CPU. So that's when I made the decision. I went and I got the 4790K, which is going to be pretty much, it's a big upgrade over the 9590. And I think last time we talked about me getting one of those, was it the 50?
So yours, the
5820K.
CPU itself, your CPU itself was shitting out.
Yeah, it was just after.
And
20
see,
minutes
that's
freeze.
a big problem. Did you get a warranty return? Did you get a?
Well, it was a sponsored CPU they sent me for the build.
Okay.
And I've talked to my AMD contact, and he was like, saying he's the one that suggested originally that it was the RAM. So after that, and after like a week or so of like testing everything and going through and swapping everything out, I hit him back up and I was like, listen, I'm pretty sure it's the CPU because I swapped everything out and it's still freezing, and I haven't heard from him in like 2 weeks. So I'm like, all right,
see,
I'm
so
going
you were saying it was a complete lockup, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Nothing would move at all. That's generally the CPU.
See, that's why you
or
always,
the RAM.
That's why you always got to tell them it's messed up before you make the video.
But even the RAM, like even if
Yeah.
the RAM's the problem, you'll still get like a blue screen and it will dump it. It'll still dump. See, if it's the CPU, not everything will just completely freeze.
Yep.
It could also be the motherboard. At that stage, it could also be the motherboard or the CPU, but it's generally the motherboard and the CPU, or the motherboard CPU.
Yeah, if
There's only
everything's
one of
dying
two
out.
things. Well, like everything just completely freezes because I know from experience. So it's generally either the CPU or the motherboard. And yeah, exactly, man. Of course. And
that was
that's
actually
what
happening to me on the Z170 because of bad timings on the XMP profiles, because all of this RAM, the timings were done for X99, and now it's being recycled onto Z170, so the timings are all messed up. So I wound up having to do all my RAM overclocks myself. So that was a pain because they have XMP profiles on there for 2666 and 2800, but neither one of them worked for me. It just kept locking up after like an hour. It would just stop.
Yeah, or different memory control. Have you tried up in like the system agent voltage in that, or because there's some voltages to do with overclocking RAM, so you might have to up them a little bit.
I know with mine, I went in, I checked everything. I checked all the voltages because I did not want to have to upgrade after because since the entire PC was sponsored and I got the video out, and I was happy with it. And that's when everyone was trashing me about using AMD over Intel. So like I didn't want to have to succumb and be like, yeah, all right, you guys are right. But
what cooler did you have on that?
I have the new Corsair H110.
Yeah, see, that should be cooling that CPU fine.
Oh,
there should be
no
no reason
not an
why
issue at all with it. So actually tomorrow on my channel, I have the first like Switch video coming out. It's like the video of me going up to Micro Center.
You're still gonna cop it, right? You're still gonna cop it. You Intel fanboy.
Yep.
No. You know what you're gonna get now if you did a Micro Center vlog. You did a Micro Center vlog
for like the first like a minute and a half of it. Yeah.
Okay, because when I did my Micro Center vlog, I had loads of people tell me I was copying Jay's 2 cents.
So I don't sub to him, so I don't know.
It's like oh yeah, I must be copying everyone that's ever done a vlog, right? Because I'm vlogging. It's copying everyone.
it opens up with me kind of like a parody, like reading all the comments of everyone just trashing on me for using AMD, and that's when I go to Micro Center and pick this up. But I figured since everyone complained that I wasn't using Intel, now that I have it, they're going to complain that it's not one of the newer Skylake models. But I went with this because I wanted to save a lot.
Dude, Skylake's expensive, man.
Yeah,
Like here in
I didn't want to
Australia,
spend
you can
all
get
that
the
money.
i7. You can get the i7 here for $520. That's a ripoff. I just upgraded the whole rig for under like 400 here.
Yeah, this was I think 270.
The performance difference is negligible. I mean, really, all you'd be getting with Skylake is, like maybe 2% performance increase and DDR4 access, which really wouldn't even impact you all that much.
Right, because that's one of the main things is I didn't want to upgrade because then I have to get a new motherboard, and I have to upgrade the RAM. And Kingston just sent me out these 32 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, so I didn't want to have to upgrade in terms of the motherboard and the RAM as well. So I just figured going with this, I'm going to see a big improvement, and
you get some big sponsors, man. That's awesome. So what did you get sent out? Sorry, 32 gigs of what?
The Kingston DDR3 HyperX RAM.
Yeah, I've been talking to Kingston. I've just been talking to Kingston too. I'm trying to get them to send me out one of their 512 gigabyte SDXC cards. I want to review. I want to review that. Yeah.
Nice. No one wants to sponsor the guy down under. He's just not worth it. So, I'm just gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Once we get off stream, I'm gonna cry. So.
Hey man, you just gotta be aggressive and get out there with your emails, man. It's like
I'm just all right. Well, what I got to do is I got to put it on the table, take a photo of it, and then show them the photo.
It's like half my day. I'm just like googling PR contacts. Like, who is the PR head for this company? It's like who can I talk to?
What I've been doing lately, and I found it's been working a lot better, is I will first talk to them on Twitter first.
Yes.
Get to the point where you can DM them, get to know them, then they'll send you, and they'll put in a good word with their PR contact, and then you get a response right away. Because in the past, you'd be waiting days and weeks for you even get a response.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm still waiting.
Hit them up on Twitter first.
Like a month. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I'm always trying to do that. Always trying to find out who the one person is that you need to talk to. Like who is the Fractal Josh of this company or the Jacob Freeman of this company? Like who is it over there?
Yeah.
Or the Sapphire Ed?
Yep.
All right, people got to stop in the comment, man. I know these are Beats by Dre. I know they're trash. I know they're overpriced crap. I'm using them for one sole purpose, so sound does not leak and go back into the microphone and then keep freaking reverbing through the fucking microphone. That's the only reason I'm not using these. As soon as we go off stream, I'm putting these on. That's why they're right here on my desk.
Well, at least you're in a nice white room this time, not those red walls looking at out of the. You're looking like the hallway from The Shining.
I'm already bashing on my red walls, man. That's horrible. I spent money on that.
Those are AMD fanboy walls over there. You got AMD.
I love red. I love red. I don't love AMD. I love the color red. It's got nothing to do with AMD. Red goes faster, man. Except in the case of graphics cards.
So you like gingers, is what you're saying?
I like gingers, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Nice.
Yeah. Tommy Egan from Power. Do you watch Power?
No, watch what?
Power, the drama. It's pretty good.
No, I never heard of it.
It's 50 Cent's drama, man. I actually like it, It's actually pretty cool.
All right. Well, anyway, I haven't really seen questions in a while. I think it's getting around that time to roll out of here. We're almost coming up on a 2-hour show again.
I've been having to take an insane piss the past hour. So.
I can tell you keep on looking around like he's got somewhere to go. I'm just like, he's like looking around for a bottle. Like, can I pull this off under the desk?
In my empty Starbucks or not Starbucks Dunkin' can.
Yeah, that's where I'm about to go. As soon as we get off, is go pick up a black coffee.
I'm gonna have a cig as soon as we get off. I'm gonna have a cigarette.
I'm gonna smoke something. It's not gonna be a cigarette though.
Oh really? You're gonna smoke some dick, are you? So just get off cam, just like it's just waiting there.
No, not dick either.
Oh, you got like a E. What is it?
No, you're still off the mark. You're still off.
Okay, I don't know. What are you smoking? Tell me.
Medicine.
Weed.
Medicine.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Anyone that watches my Twitch streams know about my medicinal situation.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I think it was your YouTube URL, the Jersey Bakes 420.
Yeah, people come on my Twitch streams and they see me using my medicine and they're really surprised. I'm like, have you seen my URL? It's Jersey Bakes 420.
Yeah, I got a kick out of that first time I saw it.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't celebrating the Columbine massacre. It's smoke weed every day. It's like,
Man, people are going hard on Swashin in the comments, eh?
it's fuck swashing.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, right.
How do you pronounce it? Is it swashing or swashing or
swashing.
Swashing. Yeah.
swashing? Yeah, he's just
I still get people all the time on Dream Tour Project telling me to collab with him. And I'm just like, no, you don't get it. It's not going to work out.
Nope.
Oh, well.
I don't work with children.
Well, Joker, just tell the specs. Just tell people the specs of his PC.
He's got like I don't know. He's got like I think he's got an XFX 280. I don't know. He broke his computer.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he bricked his computer because he like took it down a slide or something. I don't know.
Yeah. What's funny about that is he posted I remember because this was like around a time that everyone was trying to like get me to like have some beef with him, and I just went on his Twitter like just to check it out, and he posted that photo of him going down the slide saying this like you guys should do your job and make this become like a viral meme, and then like a few weeks ago someone retweeted it and someone like put that on Reddit. He's like, haha, look, someone made this into a meme. It's like, you fucking kidding me? Like you told people to do that, and now you're acting like, oh, you're this high and mighty guy who's a part of a meme of someone going down the slide.
Yeah, it's like he's hosting a meme contest. You're like, oh look, I'm famous. People are memeing me.
Yeah,
it's like, no, you're the meme contest. It's like, hey, at least I now have a legitimate claim to fame. Is that 4chan tried to lead a raid on me, man? 4chan tried to lead a raid on my stream. Yes, that's my claim to fame now. I'm big enough for 4chan to raid me.
Well, I watch Frank's channel. I don't watch Swashin's channel.
Cool.
So that just goes to show Frank's got the better channel.
It's because Swashin doesn't know anything. Right. He just berates people's setups. He doesn't know anything about tech.
Yeah, like it's just I think it's the same thing. Like I've seen a few videos now. It's always the same thing he's bashing on people for. Like, oh man, you got a cable going down there. It's like
his most technical video is like looking at fucking skin wraps for your phone. Like,
yeah.
I've maybe watched like 2 of his Pimp My Setups because like I honestly I've never even heard it before I started mine, and he's just straight up like rude to the people.
Yep.
Like I don't understand. I was watching the one and he was like, oh, this guy he has like 3 monitors but they're really cheap, so he wants you to think he has money but he clearly doesn't. I'm like, well, that's fucked up. Like you're gonna say that about someone who's submitting to be on your show? Like, really?
Yeah, it's like like he gave me. I had at the time when I was on his show, I had the ROG Swift and my Asus 144 hertz monitor. He gave me shit because they didn't match. I was like, look at your fucking setup, man. Like he's got like fucking crappy 24-inch 1080p screens like with fucking like 8 millisecond response times. It's like shitty.
He's got LEDs, man. He's got LEDs.
He's got LEDs and
That's
IKEA
all
Signums.
that matters. That's it. That's all that matters, dude.
Yeah.
So, I just
showing
think
them off. So
well, people just every time we're in the comments at the end of the show, I guess it's a ritual. We got to make it just to talk about swashing.
Emil says he still has more subs than us. It's like he doesn't have more subs than Frank.
Yeah.
Frank's beating him, and I'll be beating him.
Yeah,
I'll be beating him soon. I've looked at our social blade vectors where we're going to be in a year from now. I'm going to be past swashing. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna I don't know about. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing videos. I just don't care about fame or success or who's got bigger numbers. Like for me, I know I've got the goods downstairs. I'm not insecure about my size, you know. So, you know. Anyway.
I also see we got
like
Raiden Wolf in chat. He's actually going to be on the series pretty soon too. He just submitted me his setup a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, he's got a good setup. He's been friended the channel for a while.
Cool.
Yeah, but all right. So we're gonna let you go take that epic piss, man. Don't forget everyone. Yeah. Everyone's in the U.S. Contest link is down below in the description. Sorry,
we'll
Tim
post up
couldn't be
bids
here.
for it. Yeah, it's sad that Tim couldn't be here. The guy who actually like the main reason for the giveaway.
It would have been interesting to have him here because he works for Microsoft. We could have gotten some interesting insight on some topics, man. We could have.
Well, we could have bashed on Microsoft and see how
DirectX 12 and all that. We could have bashed on all of that, man.
Exactly. Him. Maybe he made a smart decision not to come on the show.
Well, whenever he comes on, if he ever comes on, the main topic of discussion is going to be Microsoft. We're going to put him in the hot seat.
Okay.
We're going to put him in the hot seat.
Yeah, Xbox One and DirectX 12.
Yeah.
So put him in the hot seat. Yeah.
All right, guys, but that's going to wrap it up. Though we're going to get out of here.
All right.
Before we keep going on a tangent and Brian keeps talking forever. He just wants to talk about his
exactly.
Beats headphones. We're waiting for the Beats headphone review.
I'm not talking. I'll put it on. Like I'm gonna take them off and put on my X1s now. I don't care for reverbs now. The show's over.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here now, guys. Brian's already lost his mic, so he's already done for the show. Thanks for hanging out once again with us, Frank.
Oh.
Yes, no problem. Thank you guys for having me on.
Your headphones now, yeah. Oh yeah, Frank, man, come on more, man. We love it.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoy it. It's a good time.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next week. Probably same time as this week, because Brian's still going to be in Australia, I think. But we'll catch you guys next time. Ta-ra.
That's it. Bye.